By the end of this lecture, learners will be able to define the fields and branches of linguistics, describe the characteristics of linguistic branches, identify the importance of studying the 6 main branches of linguistics. Hello everybody, and welcome to the UNIV-ENGLISH channel. This is lecture number 2, Branches of Linguistics. If you're interested in learning more about linguistics, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, and also smash the notification bell, to receive notifications of when I produce more videos like this. For more information, you are invited to visit my website, english.mokerma.com. So, let's begin with this question. What are the main fields and branches of linguistics? Linguistics is the scientific study of language. It encompasses a wide range of topics, including the structure, history, and use of language. Linguistics also studies how people acquire and use language, how it changes over time, and how it is used in different contexts. It covers a broad range of topics, from the structure of words to the meaning of sentences, from child language acquisition to the history of languages. Fields and branches of linguistics. The field of linguistics is divided into several subfields, each of which focuses on a specific aspect of language. The major branches are phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. Phonetics. The study of linguistics focuses on how languages are structured and how they work. Phonetics is one of the most important aspects of linguistics. It is the first step to learning a language. Phonetics is the study of human speech sounds. It studies the production, transmission and reception of speech sounds. It focuses on language sounds and their patterns, including the laws that govern them, as well as how they affect meaning. The 3 main branches of phonetics are: 1. Articulatory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics is a subfield of linguistics that focuses on the study of the production of human speech sounds. It covers a wide range of topics, from the anatomy and physiology of the speech organs to the acoustics of speech production. It looks at the anatomy of the human vocal tract and how it produces different sounds. Articulatory phonetics also looks at how different sounds are articulated in different languages. This can involve studying things like vowel harmony or consonant clusters. 2. Acoustic phonetics. Acoustic phonetics is the study of speech sounds in terms of their physical properties, such as their production, transmission, and reception, sounds as transmitted between mouth and ear. The main focus of acoustic phonetics is on the characteristics of speech sounds, or phones, such as their wavelength, frequency, and amplitude. Acoustic phonetics is a subfield of phonetics, which is itself a branch of linguistics. The study of acoustic phonetics began in the 19th century with the development of instruments for measuring sound waves. In the early 20th century, physicists and engineers made major advances in our understanding of how speech sounds are produced, transmitted, and received. Over the past few decades, there has been a growing interest in acoustic phonetics among linguists and psychologists. Acoustic phonetic research has a wide range of applications. It is used in speech synthesis, speech recognition and speech understanding, as well as in forensic science. The field of acoustic phonetics has close links to the fields of phonology, sociolinguistics and psycholinguistics. 3. Auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics is concerned with how we perceive speech sounds, and how those perceptions are affected by the way the sounds are produced. This includes studies of how different vowel and consonant sounds are distinguished from each other, how we perceive changes in pitch and loudness, and how our brains process speech information. It studies the perpetual response to speech sounds as mediated by the ear, auditory nerve and brain. Phonology. Phonology is the branch of linguistics that studies the sound system of a human language. It is concerned with the sound patterns of languages as well as the way they are combined to form words and utterances. Phonology also includes the study of how speakers of a language perceive and use sounds. Phonology studies the way sounds are used in individual languages. They analyze the sound systems of languages and identify the patterns that govern the way sounds are combined. Morphology. Morphology is the branch of linguistics that studies the word formation system of a human language. It looks at how words are created and how they change over time. Morphologists examine the structure of words and how they are related to other words in the language. They study word formation, examining how words are built from smaller units called morphemes, and investigate the possible combinations of these units in a language to form words. Morphology is the study of the structure of words. It includes the study of roots and stems, inflection and derivation, and compounding. Morphologists aim to identify the rules that govern the formation of words in a language, and to describe the patterns that they find. Morphology is a branch of linguistics that deals with the structure of words. It looks at how words are put together, and how these parts interact with each other. Morphology is concerned with the internal structure of words, and the rules that govern the way they are formed. Morphology is an important part of linguistics because it can help us understand how languages work. It can also be used to create new words, or to work out the meaning of unfamiliar ones. Morphologists try to identify the rules that govern the way words are formed in a language, and to describe the patterns they find. Syntax. Syntax is the branch of linguistics that studies sentence structure. Syntax is the set of rules, principles, and processes that govern the structure of sentences in a given language, usually including word order. The term syntax is also used to refer to the study of such rules and principles. It is the study of the rules that govern the ways words combine to form phrases, clauses, and sentences. It is concerned with the correct use of grammatical forms and with the relationships between words. A knowledge of syntax is essential for a full understanding of a language. Investigators try to describe the rules that govern how words combine to form grammatical sentences. The rules may be phrased in terms of word order. For example, English sentences must have a subject before the predicate, or they may be more general statements about permissible combinations of symbols. For example, two nouns in a row are not allowed. Some rules may be absolute. For example, they must always be followed, while others may be more flexible. For example, word order is not important if the sentence is clear. Syntacticians analyze sentence structure to identify the rules that govern how phrases and clauses are combined. Syntax is the level at which we study how words combine to form phrases, phrases combine to form clauses, and clauses join to make sentences. Syntax studies the rules for placing the elements in the sentence such as the nouns and noun phrases, verbs and verb phrases, and adverbial phrases. Semantics. Semantics is a branch of linguistics that studies the meaning of any language. It is concerned with the relationship between words and objects, and the meanings of words and phrases. Semantics is also concerned with the relationship between language and thought, and the ways in which language can be used to influence thought. It can be applied to whole texts, like novels or newspapers, or to single words, like dog or coffee. Investigators try to find out what words mean. It focuses on the relationship between words, their meanings, and the context in which they are used. Semantics also encompasses the study of how speakers use and understand language. In order to do this, they examine how sentences are used in context and compare them with other sentences that have the same or similar meanings. Pragmatics. Pragmatics is the subfield of linguistics that studies the use of language in communication. It looks at how speakers use language to achieve their intended meaning, taking into account the context of the situation and the relationship between the speaker and listener. Pragmatics also includes the study of body language and other nonverbal cues that can affect meaning. The main focus of pragmatics is on how context influences the interpretation of utterances. It looks at how the same words can have different meanings in different situations, and how people use language to achieve their goals. Pragmatics is important because it helps us understand how people use language to communicate their needs and wants. It also helps us understand why people say what they do in certain situations. Conclusion. Linguistics is the scientific study of language. It is divided into 6 main branches: phonetics, which focuses on the sounds of language; phonology, which focuses on the study of linguistic sounds seen as units; morphology, which studies the internal structure of words and phrases; syntax, which studies how words are put together to form sentences; semantics, which deals with meaning in language; and pragmatics, the study of how language is used in context. Linguists are interested in all kinds of languages, spoken and written. They study the sound systems and grammars of languages, the history of how languages change over time, language contact, how different languages influence each other, and the ways in which people use language to communicate. The study of linguistics is extremely important because it can help us understand how languages evolve and change, and what makes them different.